because Raila Odinga was vocal about it, any action on that would be put to him. So we must also appreciate that this is one man, that if he didn't agree with anything, you will hear it from him.
Yeah, he never actually just kept quiet and, you know,
many people will tell you they are your friends. They will tell you you are always right. You are never wrong. But deep inside them, they are burning. If they were given a dagger in darkness, they would murder you. Okay. So I think I like people who say their mind. People who are open books.
So, Owidi, I know we are just about to close this talk that you're having right now, but I wouldn't want to close before I ask you, like, what lessons have you learned, you know, from, you know, working with Raila, observing him even as a politician and a close friend? You know, for me, I see a resolute man. A man who said, this is the direction we're taking. And I see persistence. He never gave up, no matter how many times he was down, and always had this way of, can I say, reviving. When you think he's down and out, all of a sudden you see there's a new direction and everybody has to follow that direction.
There is something I have learned from Raila from throughout the times I've interacted with him, that the people are the ones who matter, not the leaders. Raila Odinga has never had much time for leaders. He had time for the people. That meant if you rebelled against him, he has no problem with you. The people will tell you, go back to Baba.
Will decide, yes.
So it is the people who mattered. And they went for the low people. And sometimes when he spoke, you'd think, why is he speaking things like that? Little did we know we are just being too academic about this thing. This thing has to be practical and realistic. And that is where they met the people. That is where he connected with the people. So if you went with your academic ways of doing things, if you went embracing leaders and pleasing them, too bad for you. He will go for the people, and you know where you will meet.
And definitely there are those who paid a high price for that. And he was a man of the people, you know, and today I think we witnessed that more than ever, that he was a man of the people. I'm not so sure if there's any leader in this country who has really been mourned in this way. We also had other leaders pass on, probably his father, Kijana Wamalwa and all that, but time doesn't allow us to continue and just comparing all that, you know, Raila Amolo Odinga embodied as a person in life and in death. But thank you so much, Odoyo Owidi, for coming into the studio and just taking us through, you know, the life and times of the late now Raila Amolo Odinga. I hope to have you again in the studio very soon. Asante sana.
Talk about the orphans.
Okay.
Thank you.
Asante sana, and thank you so much also for staying with us. News still continues, so stay with us. We'll be back with more news.
Tushinde.com. Cheza safe, cheza smart. Gambling is addictive, not for persons under the age of 18 years.
Sasa kwa star 419 hash uko na game mpya. Tushinde spin corner. Simply spin. Kisha ngoja, na kwa entry moja unaweza angukia na uspin hadi mara 3. Na ikigonga 25,000 na kufikia instantly. Cheza spin corner sasa hivi kwa star 419 hash option 4.
Tushinde.com. Cheza safe, cheza smart. Gambling is addictive, not for persons under the age of 18 years.
Thank you so much for staying with us. To move on with the news, where the Council of Governors have eulogized former Prime Minister Raila Odinga as a forthright leader, an astute politician, a defender of devolution, and a gentle giant who stood for true justice. Now, the clergy have also eulogized Odinga as a statesman and a champion of unity.
In an extraordinary meeting convened by Council of Governors Thursday at the COG headquarters in Nairobi, one after the other, the governors paid glowing tribute to the late former Prime Minister Raila Odinga.
If there was a transformational and charismatic leader in the Kenyan political space in our generation, it was Raila Odinga.
A man whose life's work undeniably shaped the course of our nation's history. A statesman par excellence, a Pan-Africanist, a fighter for social justice, and a man whose love for his country was unwavering and palpable.
Despite the fact that Raila Odinga had the capacity to sink this country by taking hardline positions after elections, he always chose the narrow path of uniting Kenyans after the competitive process.
Siaya County Assembly also held a special sitting in honor of the late former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, with members hailing his unwavering commitment to the country's democracy.
Kuingia kwa hii nyumba ni baba yangu Raila. Sikujua naweza kushika kitabu niinue juu. Ni baba yangu Raila. Na sikumuuliza hata, sikumuuliza. Nilistuka tu.
It was unbelievable to most of us. Even now, most of us are in denial because Baba was a larger-than-life figure. He was an enigma. In his struggle for liberation, he has faced many attempts at his life.
For over 5 decades, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga shaped our political conversation by dedicating his life to the service of our nation.
In Homa Bay, religious leaders described Odinga's death as a major setback to the country, urging Kenyans to honor his legacy by maintaining peace and unity across the country.
Let us mourn peacefully, because we are mourning a leader who loved peace, a leader who dedicated his life for democracy, a leader who loved everyone.
Indeed, he was a father, not only to his family, not only to his children, but to the whole entire nation. God bless Kenya.
And the Maa community eulogized the late Odinga as a firm protector of the Maa community and a defender of the Maasai's Mau forest.
Kuna wakati moja ambayo alikuwa akisimama wakati hiyo na kuulizwa wachane na mambo ya msitu wa Mau. Akasema ni afadhali mimi kwenda kupiga mandasi katika Nairobi hapo Kibera kuliko kuachilia msitu wa Mau kuharibiwa.
Opicho Chemtai for Prime Edition.
Now to the National Assembly, where members of the National Assembly suspended normal business in a special sitting to eulogize the late Raila Odinga. A majority of legislators described him as a statesman who believed in constitutionality, fairness, and gave a voice to many. The legislators who paid tribute to the late Odinga at a special sitting on Thursday, led by Speaker Moses Wetangula, shared the memories they shared with the late Premier. Wetangula challenged the lawmakers to emulate Odinga, who stood for many ideals, among them dialogue, equality, and had a fighting spirit for a better Kenya. Here are some of the tributes from the lawmakers.
May the good Lord rest his soul in peace. Honorable Raila Odinga is dead. Long live. Thank you. Was a man who interacted with everybody. You are truly here, and those of you who love football always sat together with the Honorable Raila watching Arsenal, which was our team, and a team that he loved so much. When Arsenal was playing, Honorable Raila would not talk to anybody until the match is over. He will pay military attention to the game, and he would count all the players up to the subs. Arsenal was in his blood like it is in mine.
Yours truly here, Honorable Speaker. Raila Odinga picked me from my university lecture room. I knew nothing about politics. I didn't even aspire to be a politician. But when I met him and he encouraged me, and I feared running for a political post, but he encouraged me. Today, I am the leader that my people can depend on because Raila Amolo Odinga made me who I am today.
I came into this position as an independent member of parliament, but deep down my heart, I was wholly ODM. I give all the honor to Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, because when I questioned Baba, Baba, why did you not give me the ticket? Baba told me, I wanted you to fight. I have seen you are a fighter. Now I know you deserve more. Unfortunately, I have not fought enough.
When I became elected as a member of parliament, Honorable Speaker, and I managed to construct my private office in my constituency, I was looking for someone to commission it. Honorable Speaker, the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga did agree and honored me to commission it. He did come with Mama Ida. That day, I got to learn a lot about the man Raila Amolo Odinga.
I want to say that as we were moving all along, Raila never forgot that there was somebody called Musa Sirma elsewhere. But every time he was in Nakuru, he would always take lunch in my house. We would enjoy the good relationship we had. And Mr. Speaker, we continuously did that. I remember even the great times when there was conflict in the 2007 general election. Before the handshake, Raila was in my house, and I took him to the airport, and he flew, and in 2 hours, the handshake was on.
Wakati wa uchaguzi wa mwaka 2007, 2008, wakati fujo na ghasia zilipozuka, watu wakawa wanapigana, damu za Wakenya zinamwaika, nilikuwa katika baraza kuu la chama cha chungwa, tukaitwa mkutano. Nakumbuka baba akitoa machozi akisema, hapana, siwezi kuona kina wao wanakatokata, watoto wanauawa kama ile ya Kiambaa. Hapana, lazima tumalize hii maneno, lazima tulete imani katika taifa la Kenya. Wakati huo kuna wengine ambao walikuwa na roho ngumu.
Indeed, Mission Boko there and the rest of the members of parliament just sharing and giving their tributes to the late Right Honorable Raila Odinga and the impact he had on them as a mentor and supporter of the ambition to become politicians. Let's look at what happened in the Senate, where the Senate on Thursday held a special sitting to mourn the late Raila Odinga, with senators describing him as a patriot and a Democrat who put the interests of Kenya above self. In emotional tributes, leaders hailed Odinga for his lifelong commitment to peace, unity and the stability of the nation. As the House paid its final respects, senators affirmed that Raila Odinga's legacy will remain etched in the nation's history as a symbol of courage, sacrifice and unwavering belief in democracy.
Honorable Senator, on behalf of the Senate, we pay tribute to his great departed Kenyan hero, and indeed the enigma of Kenyan politics, and convey our deepest condolences to Mama Ida Odinga, our colleague Dr. Oburu Odinga, the Senator for Siaya County, the larger Odinga family, friends, and people of Kenya.
Even in the face of great personal sacrifice and his enduring legacy as a visionary statesman who inspired generations of leaders across Kenya and the African continent. Now, therefore, the Senate of the Republic of Kenya expresses its profound sorrow and conveys its heartfelt condolences to the family, friends, and the people of Kenya.
To take this opportunity to give my sincere condolence to Mama Ida, her children Rosemary, Raila Jr. and Winnie, and the grandchildren, and the entire Raila Amolo's family, and not forgetting our own Senator, Dr. Oburu.
What the Right Honorable Prime Minister did then really explained the kind of a person that he was. He was a person who put the nation first rather than his own personal interest. He's a person who believed in reconciliation. He's a person who wanted this country to be able to survive. And today, with the short few minutes that we have to eulogize him, I just want to speak to Kenyans and say what Raila did should be our moving spirit on a daily basis. This country is greater than one person.
Mr. Speaker, sir, the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, to some of us from the north, the Asals, the marginalized, Raila represents the true voice of hope and inclusivity.
Leo Kenya inalia kuondoka kwa mwana wa pekee, mzalendo wa kweli na kiongozi aliyetoa maisha yake yote kwa ajili ya nchi yake, Mheshimiwa Raila Amolo Odinga. Ni vigumu kuamini kwamba sauti yake imenyamaza.
I have the condolences of the President of Pan-African Parliament, who is the equivalent of our Speaker, and I have shared that condolence message with all of us, the gist of which is to say the Right Honorable Prime Minister was a person who understood the power of negotiation and the power of dialogue for the good of the people.
His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga has left a landmark in this country. He has fought for democracy. He has fought for the constitution that we are celebrating and enjoying today. He has fought for freedom of speech. Many are the times he was jailed. Many are the times he was beaten and suffered for this country.
Mr. Speaker, this is a man of great characteristics. This is a man that was extremely unique. And even as we, Mr. Speaker, register our appreciation, we really must thank God for the way this man was planted in this nation to do what he has managed to do, to serve a nation.
Indeed, senators, they're giving their emotional tribute to the late Right Honorable Raila Odinga. To other news, the Orange Democratic Movement, the ODM, has endorsed Senator Oburu Odinga as the acting party leader following the death of Raila Amolo Odinga. In a statement read by Deputy Party Leader and Mombasa Governor Abdul Somad Sharif Nasser after an emergency NEC meeting in Nairobi, the council said Oburu will temporarily steer the party until ODM's top organs convene to elect a substantive leader. Our reporter Abdiaziz Hashim has the details.
The morning meeting by the Orange Democratic Movement ODM National Executive Committee NEC designated Senator of Siaya County Dr. Oburu Odinga as the acting party leader.
With this regard, the NEC has designated the Senator of Siaya County, Honorable Dr. Oburu Odinga, to be the acting party leader until the time that the top party organs will meet and elect a substantive party leader to fit in the big shoes that have been left by our leader.
The meeting unanimously endorsed Odinga, with the appointment taking effect immediately. The National Executive Committee said the appointment of Oburu is expected to ensure continuity in leadership.
That the ODM remains united, just like it was during the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga's time. We believe in unity of purpose, a stronger democratic party and a party that must live on for many years to come.
Oburu, who is the elder brother of the late former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga, steps into the role at a critical time for the party as it begins a transition process following Raila's death on Wednesday in India.
And to avoid Lee Funeral Parlour, which will have very minimal activity.
Raila, who will be accorded a state funeral, will be laid to rest on Sunday at his home in Bondo, Siaya County, in line with his personal wish to be buried within 72 hours of his death.
On the program of events leading to the final day on Sunday, 19th October 2025.
This is the second time there is a formal leadership change in the ODM, with the last being in early 2024, when Odinga briefly delegated internal party functions to Kisumu Governor Professor Anyang' Nyong'o while pursuing his African Union Commission AUC chairmanship bid. Abdiaziz Hashim for Prime Edition.
And it's not just his political allies who, paid tribute to Odinga, but the Kenya sports fraternity also joined the nation in mourning the late former Prime Minister Raila Odinga as a true sportsman who believed in the unifying power of sports. His immense support for sports and development was felt far and wide, as captured in poignant tributes from various federations in the country and across the region, among them his favorite local club, football club, that is Gor Mahia, and English Premier League club Arsenal. Amolo Odinga will be remembered not only as a political reformist, but also a passionate sports lover who believed in uplifting athletes and nurturing local talent. The late former Prime Minister had an enduring passion for football, a sport he loved and supported wholeheartedly.
Raila was a familiar face in stadiums across the country, whether cheering for his beloved Gor Mahia FC or Harambee Stars, the national sevens rugby teams, or renowned Kenya World Athletics champions. As the patron of Gor Mahia, he was not just a ceremonial figure but a genuine benefactor, supporting them throughout their initiatives and campaigns, with a recent donation of 10 million shillings, where he urged them to do their best to reclaim their title in the 2025-2026 season, after honoring his pledge to reward the team 1 million shillings when they advanced in the CAF Champions League last year. Raila's support extended to the national soccer team Harambee Stars. He cheered them to the knockout stage in the recent 2024 Chan Pamoja tournament, where he promised each player 500,000 Kenya shillings after their victory over Zambia, a gesture that underscored his commitment. He was always among the first dignitaries to offer a word of encouragement as Kenyan athletes took on the rest of the world or celebrate their victorious outings, as many will attest to, the most recent being the Tokyo World Athletics Championship, where Team Kenya finished second overall. Raila, who also played for Bunge FC when he was a member of parliament for Langata constituency, was also a devout Arsenal fan. His love for sports was immortalized through the Raila Odinga Stadium in Homa Bay, which was officially completed in May this year. The stadium stands as a testament to his vision for nurturing sporting talent and youth development in Kenya.
Now, the Confederation of African Football CAF has decided to move tomorrow's CAF Champions League match between Kenya and Police FC and Sudanese giants Al Hilal Omdurman from Kasarani to the Ulinzi Sports Complex, following today's turn of events at the stadium, which was used to view the body of the late former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. Now, the second round, preliminary first leg match, will be played behind closed doors. The FKF Men's Premier League champions Kenya Police progressed to the second round after eliminating Mogadishu City on away goals after a 3-3 aggregate score in the first preliminary round. Nairobi United is also expected to host ES Sahel of Tunisia in the CAF Confederation's second preliminary first leg match on Sunday in Nairobi. The Mozartbet Cup champions eliminated NEC of Uganda on away goals after a 3-all aggregate score in the first round. The return legs of both competitions will be played next weekend, with the winners advancing to the group stage scheduled in November.
It's sad for everyone because kila mtu anajua the role baba alikuwa na kwa mpira ya Kenya, from the national team to the clubs, especially amekuwa patron wa Gor Mahia. Now you can see last time Police, we took the trophy, Kenya Premier League. He was there to hand us the trophy and say congratulations to us, despite him being the patron of Gor Mahia. So it showed what quality of a man he was, and we mourn him as a country, and it's a big loss for us and to the whole world. Generally, I've interacted with him like 3 times, 2 times in the national team, and now one lately Police FC when we took the trophy. He was a gentleman and he wanted the best for sports, not only football, but alikuwa anakuja kwa mbio, alikuwa anakuja kwa rugby. So generally he was a father to all, and he loved sports, and we'll miss him again as a country and as a gentleman.
Well, that brings us to the end of the bulletin this evening. Of course, a very thank you for all the time you've taken and your company. But before we wrap it up, just to take you through what will be expected tomorrow, even as the Deputy President, Professor Kithure Kindiki, did give a rundown of what will be happening, and that tomorrow has been declared a public holiday, a 2-hour state funeral service to start at 9 a.m. with guests seated by 8 a.m. State function will include military honors, church sermon by the Anglican Church of Kenya. There's going to be also eulogy by family and designated condolences from government officials, attendance by foreign delegation, formal condolences from heads of governments of East Africa, Africa, and across the region. And there will be a public viewing tomorrow from 12 noon onwards to give mourners chance to pay their respects. So just remember that still there's time to actually pay your respects to the late Right Honorable Raila Odinga. And so as we solemnly remember one of Kenya's most consequential leaders, Raila Odinga, his death marks the end of an era defined by battles for political reform and tireless belief in a more just Kenya. He leaves behind a legacy that will be celebrated and remembered across generations. And for that matter, let's keep peace. My name is Mariambo. Helping me on the sign language was Lensa Odingo. Good night.
Tushinde.com. Cheza safe, cheza smart. Gambling is addictive, not for persons under the age of 18 years.
Mdosi amelala. Sukuma moja. Wewe pia ndio muoga. Ndio maana Master Demi ilikupita. Demi haiko nipita bwana. Mimi najaza entry ticket zangu. Wewe hata unajua namba ya kusenda.
Sini star 419 has.
Option 3. Ni Probox. Bwana finya hiyo kitu.
Mfinye.
Finya hiyo kitu.
Mfinye.
Finya hiyo kitu.
Mfinye.
Finya bwana.
Kwa star 419 hash option 3. Fresh design ndani ya light commercial vehicle. Cargo space ni kubwa na kama haitoshi iko foldable back seat for more space. Kamera ni mbili mbele na kamera ni mbili nyuma. Injini yako ni 1500cc. Nguvu na picking guaranteed. Hii itakuserve whether ni familia, biashara, camping, ita come through.
Fungua kit.
Wewe, saini saa ngapi unafungua hiyo gate? Ni watchman alikuwa anatoka na gari yake.
Watchman? Ametoa gari wapi?
Ya wasi amesinda kwa star 419 hash. Iko Probox kwa star 419 hash option 3. Cheza safe, cheza smart.
Gambling is addictive, not for persons under the age of 18 years.
Chapa unakuwa humiliated mbele ya watu, lakini unapata uwezi shtaki, sababu ukishtaki utafungiwa barabara ya kwenda bunge.
Kondo ya mwisho na nini? Na kofi. Na katika ulimwengu ya kiroho, unajua litwangwa hiyo kofi ni Mikaeli. Sasa mimi nauliza wewe. Bila nabii ungekuwa wapi?
Mimi angekuwa Bachona.
Unajua utapata shida.
Wewe ndio malaika ama sijakuelewa bado?
No. I'm his prophet.
Huyu yeye ni nani anawababaisha hivyo?
Bina anakusomeanga maisha yako vile iko.
Na wewe unaamini?
Makwa. Ni kweli sasa. Ulikuwa umejua list ya millionaires ulikuwa umeingia.
Le hamba ya papa.
One of the millionaires.
Billionaire?
Si ndio?
Akinirutisha tu kwa hiyo namba. Tafadhali nirutishe.
My ministry is at the forefront of implementing the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. And electricity is at the center of the better plan because everything else revolves around electricity, energy. We have made a lot of strides in terms of expansion of electricity coverage and alongside it, the matter of clean cooking because they go hand in hand. In the last 1 year or so, we have been able to connect more than 500,000 households. But not just connecting households. We have ensured that the connection or the expansion of electricity coverage is done across the country. Those areas which are within the national grid, we have been able to do the last mile connectivity. But those areas in far-flung regions that have traditionally been underserviced or underserved, where the national grid has not reached, we have worked very closely with development partners. We have also been able to work closely with county governments. A number of them have now been able to develop what we call the county energy plans in collaboration with the national government. Therefore, that enables us to integrate the matter of energy planning. We have made it clear that electricity is no longer luxury, it's a right of every Kenyan.